Hi and welcome to the first VSI YouTube videocast. Today we're going to look at one of our biggest websites in terms of functionality, which is the Neilson Active Holidays website. We're going to view it on a Kindle here just to show you a couple of examples of functionality within the website. And the Kindle is a very good platform as first and foremost it's only black and white, and the browser, which by its own description is experimental, means that it's a very limited platform in which to view any website. So it'll be a very good test of download performance, of client rendering in terms of the browser, speed and functionality, and compliance standards, because that's very important even to the most basic browser. So I've just selected the Neilson homepage and it's taken a minute to come up. If you're familiar with the Kindle, you know that there's a couple of versions, with or without the keyboard and with and without 3G, and this is the 3G version of the Kindle. It's taken about 10 seconds to load there, but bearing in mind it's a very restrictive bandwidth, it's not a bad site performance. And the thing that you'll recognize straight away is obviously in black and white the grayscale works quite well in terms of contrast, which demonstrates that accessibility is good. It's all rendered absolutely perfectly, which means the standards compliance is there. And the functionality, you'll see here the slideshow is quite happily running around. So it shows that even our JavaScript is working in a very limited environment. Let's just try clicking on an image. We notice there that it goes back, so the functionality seems to be working quite well. So let's click through to the ski section. You notice the navigation with no mouse or trackpad is a little bit awkward, but as you move the cursor around, the browser seems to know where the links are and throws you to the right thing to click on. So just as we're waiting for the ski page to load, one of the things you'll notice is that the screen kind of goes black before it goes to the right image, and that's to do with the ink technology that's in the screen here. You notice a little bit of ghosting. It doesn't bother to refresh in the sense that a monitor would refresh constantly every 50 times a second, but it only refreshes when it absolutely has to, and clears the screen with that whole black before it goes into the new image that needs to be displayed. So let's have a little bit of a look further down the page. One of the interesting things about this site is that it has a huge database of holiday availability. We hold over 500,000 records, quite considerably more in peak season for Neilson, from their booking engine, which is held then in a VSI cache, and we're able to query this in real time to pull back holiday and availability in every single page throughout the website, as well as a search function. Just going to show you the power of this system, and also test to see whether the JavaScript actually works here. But you can filter according to your chosen airport. So if we just zoom down, London Gatwick I know is a very popular departure area, so let's just click on that and see what happens. Firstly, all the JavaScript is working is in terms of graying out the screen, and gosh, that seems to have ripped through quite quickly. It's just going to take a minute for the page to actually render. And what we should see is a list of holiday availability returned with a filter for Gatwick airports. So it just means that you can get the get holidays departing from a location near to where you want to go from. Once this pops out, what we're going to do is just return back down to that area of the screen and click through onto a resort. Let's see what we can find here. I think there's a French resort just here we can check out. Here we go. Just click into this one. Again, as you can see, the download is pretty snappy. It's just the page rendering is a little bit slow. Obviously the processor in the Kindle is designed purely for reading books and magazine subscriptions rather than fully functional interactive websites as the Neilson website. But it seems to be making a pretty good job of it. Okay, so here comes the page. And this time we're going to scroll down and just see a little bit of page information, just see how the page is laying out. All of this image information, text that we see relating to the page, the highlights, the what's new. We've even got some snow reports here, all come from the VSI content management system. And the whole thing is search engine optimized as its output to screen as well, so it works very well in the search engines. Now the bit I'm most interested in seeing working is the link through to the Thomas Cook booking engine from our search facility. So we're going to click continue on one of these holidays and see if we can get a room choice. There's an awful lot of JavaScript in this functionality, so we'll just see if this runs. Again, it's taken a moment to have a little think about how it needs to render the graphics on the page. And what we should be presented with this time, fantastic, is a list of rooms for the particular property that we selected. So if we just move over here, we should be able to, oh yeah, I've gone too far down. It's given us a room selection. We click continue and let's see if it now correctly throws us into the Thomas Cook booking journey at the point that we need it to. It's just loading now. Ah yes, fantastic. This has worked really well. So we're now at the right accommodation resort with the right price, and we can just go ahead and complete our booking, and in a month or two go skiing with Neilson Active Holidays.